Hi,
What's up, everyone?
Hello. Good evening.
What's up, Haley? What's up, Robin? What's up, Kimberly? What's up, Lindy? What's up, Jean? How you guys doing tonight? We got a special show for you tonight. Hey, we got a special show.
What's up, Robin?
Whoa!
Sorry, I forgot to do that. Mute it.
Rookie move.
No, you gotta mute. Give us a sec. You gotta mute YouTube so you can hear Jesse.
Oh.
Sorry about that, guys. We're having a technical difficulty.
Yeah, it's on your side.
There we go. We're back now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So we got Jesse live tonight from Thrift School. He's a hell of an eBay and Amazon seller, and we're gonna go over why it's important to create multiple streams of income when you're reselling, and the benefits of it. So,
we know Jesse.
Yeah.
We have had the pleasure to thrift with him live. We have also broken bread together, had dinner with him. So he's a great guy.
he's a fun guy to hang out with. So if you ever get the chance to hang out with Thrift School, hit him up. I'll give you his phone number at the end of the show.
Sounds good.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. All right. So without any further ado, what's up, Jesse? Why don't you say hello?
What is going on, everybody? Thrift School over here. What's up? How's it going? What kind of questions do we got tonight?
We got a ton of questions. We'll jump right into them. So why don't we start off with what platforms do you sell on currently?
Currently, I'm selling on a lot of platforms, and that's the whole theme of tonight. We're talking about all the different platforms, but I do sell on a lot. Mostly sell on Amazon FBA and eBay. Those are my two main bread and butters, Amazon being the huge priority, then eBay. Just started on Poshmark and doing all right over there. And I also sell lots of local stuff when it comes to bigger items. So places like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Let Go. I download them all. I list everything on each one of those sites. And that's all I can think of right now. I'm sure I sell on something else that I haven't had a sale on in a while.
So as far as local sales go, how important is that to add in? Do you do good with local sales, or is that something that is just kind of there? Or what do you do with local sales? Because that's something I'm sure people are curious about.
Yeah, so local has actually helped me big time. When I moved to this house, there was a bunch of furniture still here, like couches and beds and lamps and all the stuff that we didn't want. So I threw everything up onto Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and we got rid of the beds, the frames, the couches, the ottomans, and all that stuff. And all of that almost paid for our new fridge that we got and our dryer and all that stuff. So it was pretty sweet. So I love to incorporate that. I very rarely will go out and buy these bigger items, but there's sometimes where I'll list, certain consoles, video game consoles. If I just want a quick sale, I know I could get $50 profit on Amazon. I'll take $25 profit locally if it's cash. Don't have to worry about returns. Don't have to worry about anything, especially if I only paid $1, $3, $4, $5 for it. I'll take the huge slash in profit just to get a quick local sale because I like cash. Yeah,
cash is king. That's for sure.
Money. Yeah, we like to sell local too. Big items. Who wants to ship something that's humongous? Jay has this thing where he finds humongous items during garage sale season. He's like, "Look what I found." I'm like, "Yeah, you're not the one that's gonna have to ship that." So then we post it locally.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to save the next question for last. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to save it for last. So we're going to jump right into eBay right now. So how long have you been on eBay for?
Okay, so I've been on eBay since the very start of my YouTube channel, about 5 years. If you go back and look at my very first YouTube video on reselling, I opened up my eBay account, I think either the same day or the day after. So I've been on eBay just as long as I've been on YouTube.
Oh, wow. So your YouTube channel is pretty much your entire eBay career.
Yeah, you can follow along from beginning to now and see everything that I've pretty much ever sold. It's kind of cool.
So we got a question that just popped in. So I'm going to ask you this before we go back with eBay. So Dakota Mother of Boys says, I have an issue with local people standing me up. Any tips?
Nope. That happens all the time.
It does. It does.
It happens all the time.
It's just as prevalent as lowballers.
Yeah, always. And with local pickup, you want to make sure you're not meeting, like if you're getting stood up after you've driven a half hour somewhere. I've actually had that happen to me. It turned out, it's a great story I'll talk about some other time, but I ended up making a lot of money doing something else that same day. But most of the time, don't go meet somebody halfway unless you could really get a sense that they're going to be there. I almost always have people come to me, not at my house, but at a store that's at the Subway or at the Walmart or something that's 2 minutes down the road. And that's the only time I'll do meetups.
Yep. So, guys, I'm going to put Jesse's link to his YouTube channel in the chat right now. If you guys can click that link and all go follow Thrift School on YouTube, you guys won't regret it. Here it comes right now.
Sweet.
Bam, we dropped it in there.
All right, so let's get back to eBay. So as far as eBay goes, what are your favorite things to sell or genre of things to sell? What do you like to sell the most?
Yeah, so on eBay, I initially started selling like mugs and random stuff like that, which I assume most people get started in. Found out that wasn't super profitable, and then I saw all these people selling clothing, which was very profitable. I bought so much of it, like way too much of it, and I'm still listing some of the stuff I bought over a year ago because I bought so much of it. And I've actually moved away from clothing because it is a slower seller over on eBay, hence the reason why I got into Poshmark. But on eBay right now, I like to sell DVDs since I'm restricted on Amazon. I sell a lot of DVDs on on eBay. And I also sell a good amount of video games, just like I do on Amazon. But I'd say, smaller hard goods are kind of my bread and butter. Just today I sold Nintendo 64 controller, a video game. I think I sold a DVD and something else. I don't know. But mostly smaller hard goods, which a lot of eBay sellers don't really sell. They go for the clothing or something else. I like small hard goods. Stuff that should.
You gotta have a niche on eBay. You gotta find something that works for you, and really grind that niche or niche, however you want to say it. Yep. You got to grind that. So what works for you, that's what you sell. Like for Karen, she's awesome with jeans. Yep. I'm great with jeans too. She taught me jeans. So we sell a lot of jeans. Jesse's into small hard goods, and that's what he sells. And that's
kind of what we do on eBay too.
Yeah, it's what we do on eBay. It's what you should do on eBay because you're going to be successful on eBay doing it that way.
I had to package and ship a full rock band for the Wii, like 6 games, like breaking down the drums. I'm sitting there like 2 a.m, bubble wrapping a rock band, trying to find the large box from Walmart that says large on it, like cursing to myself, going like, why did I pick up rock band? Well, I'll tell you why I sold for $175.
Fun tip, guys. I'm actually going to grab something. It'll only take me 2 seconds.
What have I done? I scared him away.
He's back. Look, the camera switches. Magic. It's like magic.
Those rock band drum sets, yeah, you could sell it all out. Man, I screwed my shirt up. You can sell it all for $175, whatever. But what I like to do is rip the pads off, and they go for about $20 a pop, and they ship first class. So right here it says Wii Rock Band 2. I don't know if you guys can see that. This one fell off, but I like to just pop them off. They're so easy, and I do that with a lot of items with things that are really big, maybe food processors, things like that. I just take out all the pieces, never have to worry about shipping, and sell the pieces for almost the same price as I get for this huge item. Plus, you save a lot on shipping.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's a great tip.
I would have saved a lot on shipping, and I wouldn't have been cursing at myself.
I never would have thought to break up a rock band drum set like that.
But
that's
the heads
awesome.
get warped.
Yeah, they do, and people want to replace them.
Yeah, and the foot pedal itself goes for about $20-$25 as well. So you could get good money on the pads and the foot pedal, drumsticks. Yeah, break it all apart.
So Penthouse and Pavement's got a question for you, Jesse. What price range do you sell DVDs for?
So I have some DVDs in my store. I think the lowest price is maybe like $8. Because with the new media mail rates, I think it's $2.75 to ship. So I like to stay, I've sold some things in the $5-6 range. I kind of hate it, but sometimes when you buy in bulk, you're stuck with those lower sellers. But I mean, the minimum, I like to stay $8 to $10. I'd say the majority of the ones I sell are between $12 and $18. And of course, if you find box sets, you could be making $25 and up. But that's
if you find The Simpsons season 3, you're home run, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's your biggest flip on eBay, Jesse?
On eBay, my biggest flip was actually a few years ago. I went into a Goodwill in Danbury, Connecticut, actually, and they pushed out a full cart filled with toner, brand new ink toner for HP, and I was like, this is kind of crazy. I got the manager out. I said, hey, can I buy all of them? And it wasn't all HP. There was a bunch of generic stuff in there. They had them marked at $30 a pop. I was like, if I buy them all, can we work out a deal? He said no. So I said, okay, well, whatever. And they were stuck with all the generic stuff. Nobody ever bought it. So he probably should have done the deal. I'm glad he didn't because I actually would have lost a lot of money. But I ended up buying these toners for $30 a pop, and I sold a set of 3 because I think you need 3 for the big printers. And I sold a set of 3 for $799. And
wow.
$90. So
Printer ink, and
I
that's
love
we
selling
love
ink
ink.
too.
Yep.
Even expired ink.
Yeah.
I'll buy it expired, you know, and
that's why toner's great. It doesn't expire.
Yep. It's so expensive, new, and people blow through ink so quickly. And, you know, I think they just put an expiration date on it. So you have to buy new ink,
Exactly.
you know, unless it gets into like really bad environments, it's not going to dry out or go bad. You know, like really extreme heat or maybe cold might affect it.
So that's a huge bolo for you. Keep an eye out for ink and list it on eBay.
Yard sale season.
Yard sale season, you find a lot of it.
We're gonna jump over to FBA real quick because I know that's your main source. Is that your is that your main source of income or is that your steady?
Yeah, FBA is my main source. That's what I work on the most. I do send a lot of my stuff. Well, I feel like I put more time into eBay but make less money on it. And FBA, I do spend a lot of time on there, but I definitely make more money. It's more steady.
So what does FBA stand for? I know people are interested in that.
Yeah, fulfillment by Amazon. So pretty much you just take your items, like I have this calculator right here, and I would take it and I would stick a little label right over the barcode, stick it in a box with 30 other items, ship that whole box off to Amazon's warehouse. Once they get it, they will scan each one of the little barcodes I stuck on and then put it on their shelves. Now, when some customer buys something off of Amazon, and let's say they buy my item because the price is the lowest, Amazon will then deal with the customer service, the shipping, and all that hassle, and I won't have to deal with any of that. So that's why I like doing it, and plus none of it stays in my house.
Now, I just got a question that came into the chat. I'm going to ask this to you, Jesse, because I know you were actually thinking about doing coaching for FBA, weren't you?
Yeah, multiple times. And
so Kimberly Robinson, one of our subscribers, she's awesome.
Sure.
She's asking, what is the best FBA course out there for a beginner? And I'm talking a true beginner. Now, I was thinking you're trying to get into coaching. She's looking for FBA advice. Why don't you two talk to each other and see if you can work something out? Yeah, this guy knows FBA. This guy is a killer FBA seller. He knows it in and out. So if you got tutelage from him, you'd be in a good spot.
You just said tutelage.
I did.
I've been doing FBA for almost 4 years, maybe 4 years by now. So I do know all the ins and outs. And whenever somebody asks about coaching, I have actually coached 2 people behind the scenes on strictly FBA. I've done other coaching behind the scenes, but that's what I've done, and it always works out. It works out really well, but I always direct people to my YouTube channel. You know, I have so much free content there. And if you really don't have the time to sit down and go through every single one of my videos, it would take forever. It does take a long time. You could always message me over on Instagram. It's Thrift School. You'll find me. It's very easy to find. That's how I respond to a lot. You could also comment on my newest video that I've posted, and I do read those comments very regularly until I post my next video. So that's another way to get in contact with me, and we could work something out if you really need extra help. I will do my best to help you.
There you go. So get in touch with him, watch his videos, and maybe you can be learning from the master. So let's jump into FBA.
On Instagram, go follow.
There I am.
How do you determine what goes to Amazon versus eBay?
So two main factors. Number one, if I'm restricted on Amazon, because a lot of things are restricted on Amazon, I put it on eBay. Just like how I said with DVDs, I'll put a lot of that on eBay. Certain video games are restricted, like the Grand Theft Auto series is restricted for some reason. I believe Mario Kart is. So those would go over to eBay. Another thing, obviously, a lot of used items, especially when it comes to clothing, that all has to go over to eBay. And the last factor would probably be shipping, really, because some bigger items you could ship off to Amazon. I actually have sit-in spins. Now, you could choose to sell that on Amazon and get the same price as eBay, but now the fees on something that big on Amazon are way more than on eBay. So you really have to weigh all these different factors. They're 2 completely different ecosystems.
Yeah, there's a lot of fee management with Amazon FBA. You got to really know. You got to know your meat, and we're going to get into that with the next question, but you got to know if you're sending this in, is it going to be worth it for me to send it into FBA, and am I going to make back a return that's going to be worth it for that?
Now, what if they're pretty similar? What if, like, shipping's not a really big deal, and, like, the profit would be about the same? Would you just ship it off to Amazon, just be done with it?
100%, yeah. Like, I would say a good 90%, maybe 85% of the stuff I find, I send to Amazon. Sometimes I just... Amazon pays you every 2 weeks. Sometimes I just list some things on eBay because it's instant payouts, right? So I have some video games that I recently just listed on eBay. Super Smash Bros. Melee. They sell after fees on Amazon for $50 profit. On eBay, you could sell them for $50, and that's what they actually sell for. So after fees, after shipping, you're getting about $38 to $40. Yep. So you make about $10 less. Now, I actually just listed 2 of them on eBay just because I didn't have enough stuff for an Amazon shipment to go out. So I throw them up on eBay while I'm, building a nice backlog of stuff to send off to Amazon. And then if they happen to sell on eBay, I'll take that quick cash. If they don't sell, I'll pull everything off of eBay, send it into my Amazon shipment, and then do it that way.
That's a great way to work it. So you get a little cross-posting done and get a chance to make a quick sale. And then if it doesn't sell in a week, you send it into Amazon.
You're not just sitting on inventory that's not.
That's a great way to make the most use out of your inventory, and that's a smart move.
I've been doing that a lot lately, a lot of my stuff, because I do a lot of online arbitrage, and I'm waiting for a couple packages to come to create. I don't just want to ship off 15, 20 things. I want to wait until I have a big shipment for Amazon, and then I have these 15, 20 things still, so I list them all on eBay, and if they sell, cool, they sell, and then if they don't, they go off to Amazon.
Perfect.
So Penthouse and Pavement asks, the $40 fee on Amazon turned me away. Is it worth it? The monthly fee that you pay to do the FBA.
So a lot of people don't know you don't have to pay that fee at all. That fee is if you want to get rid of their listing fee or their selling fee. So on every item you sell, they will charge a $1 fee. So if you plan on selling more than 40 items a month, then pay for that $40 a month. Right. And because you're selling more than $40, you're instantly saving money. So that's pretty much all it is. It's just a fee, just like eBay's and PayPal's fee. Just think of it as a $1 fee per item. That's it.
Can you go back and forth? Like, can one month you just say no fees, or the big way and then go to fees? And
I don't think you'd want to, especially if you have stuff already in Amazon. I mean, if you are shipping things into Amazon and you plan on doing it on a semi-regular basis, I'd highly recommend just paying that $40 a month. Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Because if 40 items a month to sell, especially on Amazon when you don't have the inventory around, is pretty easy to do, honestly. So you really don't even have to ship off that much. Things just sell so fast there.
It does. We were doing it for a while. We still have an account, but we haven't been active with it. But when we were active, we were making good money on FBA. Just going out and doing retail arbitrage. We didn't even go thrifting. We just would go to the retail stores and scan something, and if we found something that we can make $10, $15 profit on, we buy 5 or 6 of them and send them in, and
Costco, Walmart,
keep doing it. So it's a great, and you can do it part-time. You don't have to be a full-time. You don't have to do this for 8 hours a day. You can go to a store for an hour or 2 on your lunch break and scan some items and buy some stuff.
Or while you're at the store for your own personal good. I mean, we found those pools at Costco when we had to go to Costco. We weren't like going specifically to find and to source. We were just at Costco.
Those pools were great profit makers, though, by the way. We got them for $30, sold them for $150 on Amazon.
Went back for more, and they sold like in
They sold out. We couldn't get more. We bought 4 of them, and we went back to buy more because they sold out in a day, and they weren't there.
I went back there so quickly. I was like, Costco.
Costco is great for that, by the way. You can really find some good stuff at Costco if you work at it. Anyway, how do you determine your profit or your profitability on an item like with FBA? Like, what do you do to determine that? Are there ways to know what your fees are going to be, what your profit's going to be, all that?
So the easiest way, obviously, you have all these big sellers on YouTube always pushing, Scoutify, this, that, all these different programs that you have to pay for. I have used them in the past, and I used them up until maybe 2 years ago when Amazon started getting funky with restricting certain items. And then I switched back just to the free Amazon seller app in the App Store. It breaks down all your fees, what your profit's going to be after you ship it in. You can input your cost in their little page right there on the app. Input your cost, and they'll tell you exactly how much you're going to make. Input your shipping costs and everything. So the free app works great, and I've never had an issue.
That's awesome. Yeah, we never used any of the special recommended selling apps for Amazon. We just used the FBA app, and it was fine for us. Now, how do you get that info on the fly when you're in a store? How do you determine how do you know if you're going to buy something in a store without, looking for your phone and doing all that?
Or do you
jumping through all those hoops and all that stuff?
So I would say the majority of the time I need to have my phone there to scan it, because most of these items that I'm finding are things I've never even thought of. I just scan everything I can. Now, obviously, there's things that I'm well versed in, like video games. I always use that as my main example. I'm so well versed in it, I could almost pick up, all of them without having to scan it. But prices are always changing so much on Amazon. Let's say Target starts clearancing off this video game. I don't know Target is clearancing it. I used to sell it for $30. Target has it for $20. So people are buying it, and now there's no price. Amazon's price comes down. If I didn't scan it and just do a quick check, then I'm screwed. I bought it without doing my due diligence. So I do always like to make sure I scan it before I buy it. There are some times where I just buy stuff on a whim, but if it's going to be a big purchase, I always like to scan it, make sure it's okay before I leave.
That's awesome. And that's what I was getting at when I asked that question was, do you have to type everything into your phone when you're doing this? Or you're saying you can scan stuff, and I knew that too, but I wanted to hear from you.
Oh, yeah. I did. Yeah, that's exactly right.
What happens when you have no cell phone service? We've had that issue, and you might be scoring big on Amazon, but the app won't load. You have no service. Like a lot of Goodwills are just like made out of like some non-service dead zone. What do you do?
So I do have one Goodwill in Avon, Connecticut that's pretty close to me that has zero service. There's none in there. So there's two ways I go about it. If it's something that I really think is worth a good amount of money, but it costs a lot of money, since most Goodwills don't accept returns besides electronics, I will either drive across the street, if it costs a lot of money, drive across the street where there's service, go somewhere where there's service, save, the barcode on my phone, take a picture on my phone so I can just type it in manually. Or if it's something smaller, between $1, $5, even, $6, $7, if I think, hey, this could be worth, $50, $60, $70, I'll just buy it. And if it's not worth it, well, I'm out $5. It's all a learning thing. Usually you can make your money back at least. So that's pretty much how I'll do it. If I can't look it up, I either take that gamble, I take the risk, or there are some database apps where you could download everything offline. But I think that just comes with books and maybe DVDs and CDs. Yeah, I don't think they do it for every item on Amazon.
Yeah, we looked into that when we were doing FBA, and that was pretty much what it was. It was
service.
Books and DVDs and CDs is what the database had.
And you would have to constantly download it for it to be
every day.
Yeah.
Because it fluctuates, like you said. Like the price fluctuates, the rank and everything fluctuates.
All the time.
Daily.
All the time.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, definitely subscribe to our channel. We talk about reselling all the time, mostly Poshmark. We do a few of these videos where we go off on different streams of income and talk about that too. So if you like this content, definitely subscribe. If you're new to our channel and you haven't gotten on our email list, click the first link in the description to jump on that list. You'll get a free 6-part Poshmark workshop just for signing up for the email list. Shows you how we run a full-time Poshmark business right out of our house. They're awesome videos. You can't see them on YouTube, so definitely check that out if you're new. Links in the description, first and only link there. If you guys want to follow Jesse on YouTube, I'm going to post his link one more time in the description, and then we're going to talk about Poshmark.
Sweet.
Bam, drop that link.
So let's talk about Poshmark. How long have you been on there for?
I've been on Poshmark for about 1 to 2 months.
1 to 2 months. So you're brand new.
Brand spanking new.
How many listings do you have?
I don't know the exact amount. If I had to guess, I'd say between 15 and 20.
15 and 20. That's a good start for a month or two.
Yeah.
So what are you posting? What are you cross posting from eBay to Poshmark? Or are you just posting your clothes and not cross posting? Or
so I do cross post. Everything that I have on Poshmark is also on my eBay store. And I first started by taking some of my most expensive items and cross-posting it just to, get more eyes on them. And then I just started putting all different things from different categories. So I went with jackets, then I did a football jersey, then I did some ties, and then I, T-shirts and polos. Like I try to do a little bit of everything to see which kind of items sell better for me. And I only do men's clothing, so no women's stuff. Yeah. And that's pretty much how I do it.
Awesome. So we got a question from Robin. What's your closet name, Jesse?
I don't know. I think it's just Jesse Durfee. I think it's just my name.
So check out Jesse Durfee if you can find him. That's his closet name.
Yeah, I heard that at thrift school.
You should definitely get on the go with that.
Yeah. So what I want to say is I've personally only sold one item over on Poshmark. So I'm not checking it every day. I'm not packaging and shipping things. So I'm not looking at my closet every day. I personally should be listing more on Poshmark, but I am focused. I'm a one-man band over here, right? I'm doing everything by myself. So when I focus on Amazon FBA for a week, then I do a little bit of eBay, and then Poshmark is, bringing up the rear. If I were getting some more sales on there, I'd probably focus on it a little bit more. But I'm probably not getting a lot of sales because I'm not focusing on it. So it's all about finding that balance, and it's tough.
Poshmark is a beast where you have to tend to it all the time. You can't just set it and forget it like eBay. And you will notice if you start sharing and following even a little bit, 2 hours a day, an hour a day, posting more regularly, you will make better and steadier sales. So last question I have about Poshmark is why are you cross-posting your eBay clothing from Poshmark? What made you go to Poshmark? So
there were, you guys actually, when we've done some of the meetups, you're always talking about Poshmark and how great it is and how great and how much money you can make. And I was always, put off by it. Same thing with Grailed and, all these other selling platforms. ThredUp. I just don't like to deal with all of that. But then I figured, you know what? I'll just give it a shot. Might as well. eBay clothing sales have been so freaking slow lately. I want to just get my stuff in front of as many eyes as I can. Yeah. And Poshmark is exploding with people. So I figured, why not, right? Why not?
It's the new spot for clothing. It's a hot spot. They got commercials. They got radio ads. Actually, they don't have radio ads. They got commercials though. They got enough money coming in for commercials on prime time. So they're doing all right. And they're getting a lot of people over there right now. It's a great place to start selling clothing. If you haven't been on Poshmark yet, get on there.
And I was reading something in the comments. Yeah, someone was asking about eBay fees, but it was answered in the comments. So thank you very much. Everybody helps everybody in this channel. I love it. Right. Yeah, eBay fees come out once a month, or you can choose to pay them as you go. Someone said that they pay weekly to kind of, do you pay your do you just let it come out, your eBay fees in a chunk?
Yeah, I think they all come out just in a chunk. I'm pretty sure it's weekly. And it just comes out all at once through my PayPal. I actually, a lot of people say, take everything out of PayPal. PayPal can freeze your accounts. I've never had that happen in the 5 years.
I've heard that too. It's never happened to us.
No.
So I always leave like a running balance. I try to keep a couple $100 in there or something just in case. And when the fees come out, they come out, and then I'll just transfer over. When I get to a certain number, I'll just transfer the rest over in my bank account. But I do leave a small amount, a decent amount in my PayPal at all times.
You want to leave a decent amount in your PayPal. You want to cover your butt for anything, and returns on eBay and all that stuff. You want to have that money in PayPal so your bank account doesn't take a hit because you already spent $200 and now you got to return a $200 item. So it's
I think the fees come out depending on when you sign up. Now I could be completely wrong because someone was saying the end of the month. Ours came out literally like 2 hours ago.
Ours always come out in the middle of the month.
Yes, on the 15th, like clockwork.
I think they come out at 2 different times. I believe it's the middle of the month or the end of the month, depending on who you are and when you sign up.
I believe that's why.
So there are 2 different times for that. So guys, I got one more question for him, and then I'm going to open it up to you guys for a few questions before we leave. So think about the best questions you got for Jesse, and we'll answer a couple of questions for 5 minutes or so. So last question is, why use multiple platforms? Why do it?
Pretty much to get as many eyes as you can on these items. You know, like I said earlier, whenever I'm getting an Amazon FBA shipment going, I just have this dead inventory sitting here next to me. If I'm already just hanging out, watching YouTube videos or something, and I have my desk right next to me, I'll just take pictures with my phone, list it on eBay, get those quick sales. Just sold a Super Smash Bros. Today, $50. I would have made $50 on Amazon. So I lost a little bit in fees, but I'm happy. That's instant cash right into my PayPal, into my bank account. And, same thing with Poshmark. With eBay there, things aren't selling. Might as well throw it up on Poshmark. And if it sells there, great. If it sells on eBay, great. You just take it down. The odds of something selling at the same time, the same day, so slim, unless you have, thousands of items listed, maybe. Me, a couple hundred on eBay, a couple dozen on Poshmark. The odds of it happening are so slim.
Yeah.
So starting out, I would totally recommend doing it.
So, would you be able to be a full-time reseller if you didn't have multiple streams of income?
You could. It'd be way harder. It'd be extremely hard. But at the same time, you'd be able to focus so much on one platform that it is possible. It really is. But I would still always recommend multiple streams because let's say eBay sends you out a Vero claim and they shut down your eBay store for a week. Now you're out of listing for a week.
Yeah.
Say Amazon, you get a false claim for something being fake. Well, now your eBay, now your Amazon account is gone. So where do all those items go? So it's always good to have multiple platforms. Even if you could make all your money on eBay or you could make all your money on Amazon or Poshmark, open up a couple other accounts just as a fail-safe.
It's true. If you put all your eggs in one basket and that basket breaks, you are up the creek without that basket.
So Aerosmith Joe has a question. I know this isn't going to go to you, Jesse, because you don't sell on Mercari, right?
I have.
Oh, you have? Good. We'll ask that question to you. I'm sorry, I misspoke. He's asking, I have been doing good on Mercari. Do you have any tips for that app?
Okay, so I personally hate Mercari. I sold on it when they first opened up because there were 0 selling fees. Nice. So it was great. I mean, I was listing a bunch of stuff on there, random stuff, and it was, really lightweight stuff because there were no fees. eBay, it would have been too much for fees. Amazon, maybe it wasn't selling for that much. So I did enjoy it. The one thing I don't like about Mercari is when you have 20 things listed, the most recent thing you list is in front of people. There's no real option like Poshmark where you could share it to all your followers and things like that. Once you've listed something 6 months ago, it is buried. You're going to have to repost it, relist it, do all this. And it's not worth the effort, in my opinion. And there are a lot of low ballers. If you think eBay has low ballers, Mercari is a bunch of teenagers hanging out, trying to get things for as cheap as they can. It is not a fun platform, in my opinion, to sell on.
It's the nature of the beast. So you are going to get low ballers no matter where you go. I get low balled on Poshmark almost 30 times a day.
I sell on Mercari. The one thing I like about it is it's kind of like Poshmark and eBay smushed together. I don't have to worry about, selling a curling iron because you can't do that on Poshmark. But on Mercari, you can. You can sell electronics. You could sell Super Mario Smash Brothers. I don't have to worry about, is this a prohibited item? On Poshmark, there is that line of you can and you can't. So that's one thing I really do like about it.
Yeah.
List it and you're good.
All right, guys. So it is 9:02 now. We've been on for 32 minutes. If you guys have any questions, We'll wait
couple minutes.
About another 2 or 3 minutes to answer some of your questions if they come in. So if you got a question for Jesse, throw it in the comments right now. We'll get it over to him. In the meantime, don't forget to follow his channel. I'm going to put the link in the description one more time. Thrift School on YouTube. And there it is. If you guys are new here, definitely consider subscribing to our channel. And hit that thumbs up for us tonight. We'd love that. And definitely check out our email list. First link in the description. You get a free 6-part Poshmark workshop just for signing up for the list. And you can't get those videos on YouTube. Shows you how we run a full-time Poshmark business right out of our house. Pretty awesome content. So check it out. Free to you guys on the email list. And no, we're not in Virginia Beach, Darlene Smallwood. We might be this summer, though.
We vacation there often. He has family there now. They're kind of not going to be there soon, but so we do. I think I have a video posted from Virginia Beach, but no, we don't. We're not there.
Penthouse and Pavement says, in terms of multiple platforms, have you tried Vinted that advertises no seller fees or Mercari?
Vinted, no, I've never tried. I didn't know that they advertise no seller fees. That's interesting.
That really is.
Maybe right now, just like Mercari, they are not, but they're going to in the future. They have to, otherwise they wouldn't make any money. No, I've never tried there. I don't know how great it is there. Do you guys sell there?
No, do you? I know, I don't.
It used to be called something else. Vinted used to be called something else, and then they merged with Vinted. And I don't remember what it used to be called. It was it's probably like 2013, like years ago. And I had sold one item on the app it previously was, or like the one that they bought out. Something like that happened. So not real. I haven't actually sold on Vinted. I sold what it used to be a long time ago.
So Thrifty Trooper is saying Vinted adds the fees onto the buyer. It's more buyer fees.
Ooh.
I like that. I like that idea.
Nice. Give the buyer all the fees. You want to buy this? You pay me.
That's really interesting. So I would imagine that the prices are probably a little bit lower on Vinted, since the buyers see for 20 and then all the fees. I don't maybe.
Crazy.
And Jesse, your closet is Thrift School, by the way. Robin Russian found you on
oh, sweet.
She's also awesome like that. She's awesome.
Thank you, Robin.
Thanks, Robin.
So go follow Jesse on Poshmark. His closet is at Thrift School. We didn't get any more questions in that past 2 minutes, so we are going to end it tonight. Guys, it's important. If you want to succeed in reselling, you really got to consider moving on to multiple streams of income, because you never know what's going to happen, like we talked about before. So definitely consider this. Take it with a grain of salt. If you guys need help with FBA, definitely get in touch with Jesse at Thrift School on Thrifty at Thrift School on Instagram.
Wow.
And he'll answer all your questions in a timely fashion, I'm sure.
One thing that I saw up in the comments, someone was saying, like, when I'm having a really slow eBay week, Poshmark's blowing up, or vice versa. And I found that to be very true. By establishing multiple streams of income, when you're having a crappy couple of days on one app, the other app's kind of like pulling the weight. And that seems to be true for us. I mean, sure, you can have a quiet day all over the place, but unless you like spread yourself out and try a few multiple apps, then you know,
you gotta do it.
You're gonna have a no sale day because it, you know, like that can hurt you. So yeah, I read that in the comments. I was like, that is so true. You know, like one will support and the other one just gets slow, and then vice versa. All
right, Jesse, any final thoughts for all of our viewers tonight?
Final thoughts, subscribe to my channel because I want more subscribers, and I'd love to have you guys over there. It would be really awesome. I do love having people come by, swing by, comment. You know, I try to respond to as many as I can. I always say I respond to all of them, but lately, you know, I've been getting some videos that get so many views and so many comments, and all of a sudden I'll have 3 more videos out by the time I'm still getting all these comments. So it's really hard to answer all of them right now. But, you know, if it's my most recent video and you comment within the same day, odds are I'm getting back to you. I love communicating with my audience. And
there's the secret.
Yeah, I love talking to people. It's fun.
One more question before we leave from Thrifty Trooper. I'll ask this to you, Jesse, and then I'm going to answer it too. What do you do with your dead stock that doesn't sell?
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of that. So that stuff I will, you know, either just keep listed. I run sales a lot on eBay, and sometimes that moves it, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of people say just donate it. I've done that a few times. I actually very rarely do that, honestly. Do multiple different ways to get rid of it. Try to sell it locally. Try to sell it at a tag sale or a garage sale, yard sale. Right now, it's, you know, there's snow outside still, so we can't do that here. But right. I'm sure in other parts of the country, you can easily have a garage sale and get rid of that stuff. And if you're making $1 on an item that you spent $4 on, that's better than just getting rid of it for nothing, you know. And I do have a lot of dead stock.
We do with our clothes. Karen will send most of her women's stuff into ThredUp, and we'll take credit, and then we'll transfer that credit into something better from ThredUp, like a pair of Hudson jeans, or, you know, we'll save it up, and we'll get one item that we can sell for $65 to $100, as opposed to all this stuff that wasn't selling and would have sold for cheap too.
Like $1 here.
So that's what we do with our stuff. So look into ThredUp. It's a great way to recycle clothing and make a little bit of money. It's like an online consignment shop. Too. Yeah.
I like Clothes Mentor
or Plato's Closet or all that. So we mostly do with our hard goods. We just do the same thing. We keep them listed on eBay, and they're gonna sell eventually. So
I'll edit things sometimes and like end and sell similar to, like, you know, make a new listing or whatever. On Poshmark, I relist. I just sold a pair of jeans. Now I sell a lot of jeans, people, but I had this one pair of jeans. I have been sitting on this pair of jeans through 2 jean seasons, and I can't even remember how many relists I've gone through. And I'm like, it's new with tags, David Bitten, like, and it sells really well for him, that brand, but it does not sell well for me. And these jeans had no likes on it. I can't even remember how many times I relisted, but it just sold. I shipped it today. I almost cried. I was like, goodbye. Like, I was like emotional over it.
Miracles do happen. So guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget, go check out Thrift School on YouTube. Links in the comments way up there somewhere.
I'll also post it in the description. In the description,
yeah.
Once the video goes
and
live.
If you haven't done so already, give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Show us you love Jesse's content tonight. And we got a question. Do you think wrinkled clothes is a reason it doesn't sell? How do you feel about it? No, I sell wrinkled stuff all the time.
Doesn't use the steamer, and I'm like, please, can I just get that?
Nope, wrinkled is good to go. They sell, they're fine. Maybe with women's clothes, it's a little different. Guys don't care. So, do you care about wrinkles, Jesse?
Not at all. No.
I think women care a little more. Like, you know, it looks all like beat up and wrinkly. Like, in our heads, it's like you're not taking care of the thing. That's my own opinion.
All right, guys, that's it for us tonight. That was the last question. Jean season is just about over, by the way. So
going on to capris.
Going on to capris and crops. Shorts. That was it for us tonight, guys. You guys have a great night. We will see you next Friday, and I'm going to put a bolo video out for men next week, so keep an eye out on that. You'll love it. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye, Jesse, say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Later, guys.